Oh, we're live. I have to stretch a bit. Hey everyone. Hey Brian. You're watching Homo Ludens, the channel history and board games. It's the big return of the Pyjama streams. I am in my Christian pajamas. So the infamous Mary shooting lasers from her hands. Pajamas that are my favorite pajamas. I see that we have Pierre in the stream. My God, I expected to have no one, but Pierre is here. So hey Pierre, thanks for being around. Today we're gonna be playing Traces of War, which was a release that was a 2023 release, I think, from VUCA. Wait a minute, does it? I have autofocus problem. That's kind of weird. Come on, little machine. Yeah. So yeah, from last year from VUCA Simulations, and this is a game from Tetsuya Nakamura, who's also the designer of Victory Lost, and I don't remember the second one, but it's also the Red Box. It was also the MMP International Design Series. I do remember the name.
He did the second Red Box, but he did the Blue Box from
Oh. Yes, he also did the Blue Box. Yeah, I don't remember the names, but basically it's the cheat pool activation system of Hex Encounter games. And yeah, I'm pretty happy to see the treatment from VUCA because they do amazing production.
And his next game is up for pre-order now, actually.
Oh yeah, that's true. How is it called, the new one? It's also a Blue Box.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say?
Traces of Hubris.
Traces of Hubris. Yeah. So basically, it's a whole series of cheat pool hex encounter game set in East Front World War II. Traces of Hubris is going to be the next one, but today we're playing Traces of War, and I'm pretty sure we'll play Traces of Hubris when it's released. A Victory Lost is one of my. It's one of the hex encounters that I really like. I like the low counter density. I like the cheat pool activation system. I think it makes it pretty fun to play. And I know, Brian, that you are a big fan of the system, right? And and with me is Brian Asklev, that for people who know the show will know who Brian is, because Brian was here in the early days when we were not doing any streamings, when we were doing actual recordings of videos. Brian was here on What Did We Do Together? We played Saigon 73 from Nuts Publishing. We did top 5 games to get into wargaming. And I don't remember. I think, is it? No.
I think we did one more, but I can't remember. Or maybe we just talked about doing one more. And then
I think we recorded one more, and we actually had recording problems, and I ended up not posting it. But yeah, happy to have you back. Brian Asklev is a game designer with a few games currently available on pre-order. So we're going to talk about the mothership. So you have one game with GMT Games called Baltic Empires, and actually Joe is in the chat. He should be working, but he's here with us. Where Joe and I are co-developers, so Baltic Empires, which is probably the best game currently on P500 if you exclude the Jest of Robin Hood, which should be coming soon. So we're starting to see final art from Niels Johansson. So pretty excited stuff. And I think we should have more. So do you know what Niels is working on right now? Because I know he was working on the map. Is it the tokens or?
I think it's the tokens.
Okay, good. So we're gonna have some work on the tokens. And obviously, as soon as the final art is done and as soon as I update the TTS, which might take some time, who knows, we'll do a teach and play of Baltic Empires with a few guests, which is a very, very cool multiplayer game. And then you also have with VUCA Simulations,
Yes.
a game of your own that is going to be released by them,
Yes.
which is a Napoleonic game on the campaign 1812 campaign in Russia. Can you tell us maybe a bit more about this one?
Yes, it's a pretty simple order-based hidden information game. So with a heavy element of card-driven mechanisms and a lot of focus on attrition. So it's all the elements that people normally find boring in war games are my main focus here, and actually
Smart.
pretty exciting. Yes,
Yes, yes, very smart. Take everything that's annoying and make a game only out of this,
yes,
which is a very exciting vision. But no, just to be fair, the system is really really fun. We've been playing it for quite a while because I've seen the games in different iterations, but the core was already there. I think the leader movement system is just super exciting. The focus on attrition in this game makes it like very very interesting to play on top of the hidden order system. It's yeah, really
yeah,
exciting game, and I think the new vessel module is going to come up soon, right?
yes. It's
Okay,
being worked on,
okay,
and
well, yeah,
hopefully,
and as
hopefully,
soon as
close
it's
to being done.
yeah, and as soon as it's out, we'll do a teach and play of this one too, and maybe we'll talk about some ideas that we have about making card-driven games with hidden orders in the future. That might be something that we can discuss, but we won't say too much
No,
as of now. And I know that on Twitter there are some people who are asking about the fact that there are some rumors, Brian, that you've made a game on the war in Korea that also has hidden orders and
yes,
that has been waited for quite some years. People are excited about it. They saw some
yes,
art, they saw some prototypes. I think that if I remember well, Academy Games has announced its release every year for the past 10 years.
yes.
Uh,
Both released unreleased games ever.
yeah, so I was wondering, so when is the year that Academy Games will actually release the game that they say or they are going to release, or they just going to make weird sci-fi game that no one really plays? What's the plan?
I can't say. I
You
can't
can
say.
say, okay,
No,
good.
but I
Well,
have another game with Academy Games that might be published this year.
oh yeah, sure. So it's a new game that is going to be released each year for 10 years. So if this year is the first year that it might be
I'm
released,
hoping. I'm hoping they will set a new trend where they only publish it once and then actually publish it.
ah, that would be a very new trend.
It
So
could
excited
be,
to
but I
see.
think it's a good marketing strategy.
Yeah, it's a very good marketing strategy until people just don't listen anymore and don't care. I think that's, yes, so it's a risky business strategy. Not sure how
It
long
is.
term this is, but yeah. So we might see the Korea game in maybe 5 years from now, and the other one in 15, 20, something like this.
Um,
Exciting times.
I'm actually hoping for this year, but
Okay.
I'm an optimistic person.
Yes, you're a very optimistic guy, and I like that with you. Anyway, today we're going to be playing Traces of War. I'm gonna set up my screen here. The thing is that so I haven't, as I told you, I haven't read the rules for Traces of War because I decided that it wasn't necessary. So we'll
Voted
we'll
for a
we'll
war game.
see we'll see how good an idea this is. Probably not great, but it's a bet I'm ready to take. I only read the player aids. Player aids are really well made.
Yeah,
You can see that they're actually cardstock.
done.
Actually, the
Read them.
player aids are really large. Like they are both, and I think that most of the rules are actually on there. And I thought, well,
Everything is on there. They're yeah,
as I
super.
know the system already, and I saw that the player aids were very detailed, I was like, well, I'm not gonna read the rule book. Brian is gonna be here and gonna do a bit of teaching, so I think um, that's gonna be fine. Oh, and Pierre is asking, as developer on Baltic Empires, are you developing the solo mode for it? No, no, I am not. And I don't think that this game should have a solo mode. I don't know. Have you planned to have one anyway?
No,
No, good. Yeah, I think that Brian is also a decent designer that realizes that some games don't need solo modes.
maybe
And
if a brilliant solo mode designer comes along and wants
yeah,
to do it, I'm all for it. But my head hurts just thinking about how I would approach a solo mode for Baltic Empires.
yeah, and I think I think that's a good answer. It's like if you think that a game needs a solo mode, maybe do it yourself. Don't force designers to bastardize their game just for uh, you not having friends. So
Opinion says from the morning.
it's a
Don't
pyjama stream. I can say whatever I want. Of course, I'm joking. And as you might know, I started a series of streams on solo game called Once a Crown. A couple of days ago, we were playing Stilico. A few weeks ago, we were playing Halls of Egra. And we should be playing Pavlov's House in a few weeks. So it's all a joke. Don't get upset. Don't try to cancel me again. That's gonna be fine. Take a deep breath, and it's gonna be okay. Good. So this is the situation. So very nice map. We are in Ukraine. So we're in Ukraine, but it was 80 years ago. So everyone relax. Just so there is yeah, it's a different context. And maybe do you have maybe would you want to maybe provide Brian a bit of historical context for what's going to happen here?
Yes, we start just after the Battle of Kursk. So the Soviets are about to start their summer offensive and roll back the Germans across Ukraine.
Good.
That's the quick.
That's the quick. How did it go historically?
Um, the
Hey,
Soviets
Mike.
won pretty big. They got across the Dnipro River
Mm-hmm.
and eventually rolled the Germans out of most of Ukraine during the summer of 43 and the spring of 44.
Yeah.
But everybody took huge casualties.
Yeah. Okay. But then I guess we'll go into it. And Stuart just came in to ask about the update of the deck of Napoleon 1870 on TTS. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I do, and I
So
think it's a valid question.
yes, I think it's a valid question. The thing is that I have all of the cards, and I realized when I was opening, because I think it was Russ who was asking, he wanted to play 1870, and I was like, well, the TTS is ready. We can play it whenever you want. Everyone is complaining, but I don't know why. And then I looked at the TTS module, and I was like, oh, it's the old deck. I have to update it. I was so,
Just
anyway.
like I told you.
Yes, yeah, you were right. Anyway, so this is the situation. I would be playing the Soviets. Brian will be playing the bad guys. And yeah, the situation is that most of my units are on the wrong side of the donuts. So that's going to be fun. And we're playing the main campaign game, right?
Yes.
I guess
Yes.
we can finish it off stream afterwards because it's a pretty long game. I expect it might be 6 hours, something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's try to maybe have a round or a bit more if we can. But then yeah, I think the idea for us is also to show how the game works and all that. And I think that Brian and I will probably keep on playing afterwards. I put on the turn track here on the side. I don't know if you cannot see it.
Nope.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna share my full screen so people can see the turn track here. Here we go. So we have the turn track here, and so okay, what do we do? I have the sequence of play in front of me. So we have Luftwaffe reorganization phase. That's going to be for you. Command sheet selection, and then we have the action phase,
Yes.
and that's going to be a cheat pool system. So I guess we'll see about that. So should you start with your Luftwaffe reorganization and maybe explain the things that you do and what happens here?
Yes. In the Luftwaffe step, we check to see how many crossing points the Soviets currently control over the Dnipro River,
Yep.
and that based on that number, I get a number of Luftwaffe markers.
Okay.
You control 0 crossing points, so I don't get any Luftwaffe support.
Okay.
So that's a quick
So
step
that's
now.
a quick calculation, and I think those are the ones that are highlighted here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, it makes sense. Makes it easy to
So
track. Okay, so
the
that's
more you
oops.
patrol, the more support I get from
Yep.
headquarters.
Great. So that's done. This phase is done. The second phase is the command sheet selection phase.
Yes,
And I
this
think that
is interesting.
So for me, the decisions are pretty limited. All of my chits are already in the cheat pool.
Yeah, that's actually a mistake, I think,
Ah, okay.
because I'll just pull them out.
Okay, I'm gonna pick them up. And yeah, so I accidentally showed my browser. So but I was navigating, and Joe is asking if I'm sponsored by the CGT now. I'm not sponsored by the CGT now yet, but as I was preparing for streams that we're going to do with Lewis, I was looking for hats, because you know that this is a stream that encourages the fact that people should wear thematic hats or hats in general. And I was looking for a CGT hat. I was specifically looking for the one I'm going to show you the one that I wanted to have. Uh, the hat I wanted was this one, which is like a classic, very well known in France cap for the Confédération Générale des Travailleurs, that is in jeans with strass and everything. It looks so cool, and I was like, this is the one I want. But this one is unavailable, so I was looking for alternatives. I think that those ones are pretty boring. This one slaps. I think it's pretty cool, but also unavailable. So I don't know. I'm looking for different options for my CGT hat, but this is a discussion for later.
Yes.
Anyway, and Eric, yes, hi. Good that you're having a bit of insomnia. We're here for you. It's going to be a very soothing stream, and I'm going to do a bit of ASMR like this just to help you sleep. It's going to be fine. And oh, Stuart is having a question here. What is Brian's favorite volume in Men of Iron, and why is friend wrong about it? So, just for context, Brian. So there is a group of people who are Philistines on the Discord server, and if you wish to join the Discord server, you can donate on Coffee, and you'll get an invite. And some Philistines on the server thinks that Men of Iron is a great series. And obviously they are a bit wrong, and they don't know what they're talking about. And and yeah, Stuart is one of them. So, what are your thoughts on the Men of
I
Iron
think it's
series?
a nice series. I actually just got into a simple Great Battles of History and preferred over Men of Iron.
Yeah,
But Men of Iron is also pretty great.
yeah. But Simple GBOH is far better, right?
It is better. I'm
Yeah,
not sure if it's far better, but it is better.
good. It's good to know. That will give them something to chew on. Good. And yeah, so okay, so those are the counters that are available to me, and I have to choose 6 out of those.
Yes, but the supply one automatically gets pulled. So that's
Okay,
number 6.
so that's number 1 of 6. So I have to choose 5 others.
Yes, and then you have to choose 6 from these.
Oh no, so it's 6 on top of these.
Yeah, the supply sheet is for both of us.
Okay.
That's just when we check to see if we're out of supply.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna check what I
you need
want to
to
do.
select one of each of your fronts, and you have 4 fronts, and then you can pull 2 more,
Okay, so it has to
or
be
you can choose the reinforcements as
one
one
of
of.
this, one of this, one of this, one of this. So then I cover the 4 fronts, and then I'm gonna add this 5 and this 6. Yeah.
Yes, good choice. And then I'll add mine. I'll take.
Pierre is saying Brian is wrong. He's crying like a bitch. Uh,
That's
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
state.
Good. I will reduce this like that for now, and this is where we are now. I think it's gonna be epic. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so that's the, if you're following along on the sequence of play, this is the command sheet selection phase. And what's going to happen for Brian is that he's going to actually put some chits in the cup, and
But actually, I'm not
he's
gonna
going to
do it.
keep, and he may keep some chits in his hand.
Yes, and I
Uh,
will keep all of mine in my hand.
you will keep all of yours in your hand, and it looks like you put some. Oh yeah, you put them in inactive. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do them like this so we can see. Good. So you only have, but it looks like you only have. Oh no, you have one in inactive and the other is in your hand, right? Where can I see
Yep,
that?
you get 3 chits this turn.
Okay, good. Great. So I guess then what we can do is we go into the action phase, and into the action phase, we either draw randomly, or we always draw randomly, but you can decide to activate a chit of yours instead, right?
But only the OKH chit.
Okay,
The
only
others
the
I
okay.
can choose to add to the cup when I
Okay,
feel, but they won't be automatically drawn.
okay. So,
But the first, the before we start play in turn 1, you get to activate the Voronezh front.
oh,
You get to choose one front and activate that one, and you will need to choose the Voronezh front.
okay. And which one? Which color is this? Is this one? Is it the purple one on the in the north?
And then you get to attack with that one.
Okay, but it's the purple one in the north, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look. Let's zoom in and see the situation here. So, and that's something that is. So I don't. Have you played Stalingrad Roads, Brian?
No.
The no. Okay, because I received it and I started playing it. The road system is awesome, as you probably know. I don't remember if we played it together,
No.
but they made a decision for the Soviet units, and all the Soviet units are the same color, and you just have the denomination on top. But famously, the denomination are not very useful to know in which army a specific unit is, and there is no color coding. You just have a massive stack of red of red counters, and you're like, why didn't you add just a dash of color to regroup by army? It's like it's so painful. Anyway, I'd stop bitching about it. So I guess that one is the combat factor for that HQ. Four
Yes.
is the movement factor.
Yes.
Uh,
And
white
six
back white
range.
back, white background might be the fact that it's not armored, and then six is the range. So everything that is within 6 hexes or in command. And I guess that 6 hexes cannot go across unpassable terrain. Uh,
Correct. Correct.
but all the rest is fine. I can go through Zox
Yes.
and all
No
this.
problem.
Yeah. Okay, so I can activate basically all of those units that are here. And
And only for combat in this special activation.
I'll see. So yeah, because the twist either here is that I can activate for combat and movement or movement and combat, which is actually quite interesting, and I'm looking forward to this. But in this point, in this stage, I have nothing. So wait a minute, where is it a small? Okay, so those blue lines are actually just art.
Front
So
line. Yeah.
yeah, they don't mean anything.
No.
Okay. That's going to be interesting. So I'm going to have to combat. Do I have? I don't really have some obvious decisions here on. Well, it's and it's one units per hex.
2.
2 units per hex. Oh. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay. Now.
Yeah, that
Oh,
makes
okay.
the situation worse for me.
Yes. Now I'm happy about what I see. This is a good game. I like. Okay. 2-1. 2-1. 6, 11, 15, 19, 2-1. Okay, the question is, this is going to be interesting. 4,
The
9,
combat tables in this series it's very
12,
hard to produce casualties. You
16.
mostly produce
But the thing is that I don't really care about casualties. I just want to make you retreat. So,
but if you
uh,
can create a situation where I have to retreat through a sock, then I take casualties.
yeah, but I'm not going to be in such a situation for now. I think I just need to shatter your front first,
You could
and then see what I
uh,
can do.
attacking this guy,
Yeah,
and then,
that's what I'm planning on doing before attacking this one. I've played hex encounters before, Brian. I know that I want to get behind a unit before. And so yeah, so I think I'm gonna start with this, but I'm just thinking about the ratios here. So if I attack, so with this I'm at 11 to 3, And I don't have to attack with the whole stack, right?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack this hex first. Oh no. No. I think I'm gonna attack this hex first. Then I'm gonna attack this hex. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take all of those to attack here, and that's gonna be a 3-1 attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then one shift down because of the terrain.
Oh, so yeah. Oh, it shifts down to 2-1. Then I will not do that. I will attack this hex first. I
Yes.
thought I had a good idea. So it's gonna be 6 and 5 11 and 3 and 4 15. So do I take the one on the left or on the right? What does it mean when you have two numbers?
The one on the left is attack, and the one on the right is
There
defense.
is defense. Okay. So 6 11 15 to those three. So that's going to be 5-1. And then I move one to the left. So that's going to be a 4-1 against this one. I roll a die and I rolled a 3. And this is what I wanted. 4-1 is one step retreat. And yeah, I agree, Pierre. These counters are great. This is exactly what I wanted to see in Stalingrad roads. The counters are nice in Stalingrad roads, but they are just not as functional. It's a bit painful to play and set up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
These are nice, and they just they
and
feel
they're
them.
they're the classic thick pre-rounded counters. So that's very nice. I can advance after combat.
Yes.
In that case, I'm going to advance
Other
with.
units can advance 2 hexes if they have the space for it.
Oh, I can advance up to 2 hexes. Oh, that's nice. And this one attacked, but this one didn't. Okay. So that's my first attack. Then I'm going to attack with everyone here against this unit. So you have 5, 9, 14 to 4 to 3. So that's 4-1. 4-1 moves down to 3-1.
Yes.
And that's a 6. So that's double retreat.
Yes. So I retreat here and then I take a step loss because I retreated through a suck.
Yeah. And a friendly unit doesn't negate a Zog.
Nope.
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 Okay, that's great. That's what we wanted. And I think I'm gonna move in with this and with this. Yeah, because there is move and attack and move. I'm explaining why I'm not moving with the tanks yet. I think I have better.
But in this activation, you only do.
But I mean, for the future, is that for now I
yes.
have better offensive capabilities with those infantry units on that part of the front, and I think
True.
if those are back, I will take benefit from the movement as soon as I see a gap. But for now, I'm not going to move this. Okay, so this is done. Now, so this one is 5 in defense.
Yes.
So that's pretty good. 4, 4, 8, 14. 14, 19. It's annoying. Let me think. Peut-être pas besoin de ça. 5, 10. Okay, I'm gonna attack with only 1 unit from here and the 2 units from here. So that's gonna put me at 15-5. So that's a 3-1.
And then 1 shift down.
Yeah, and you're also on a rough terrain, so that's gonna be on 2-1. I still have 50% chance of having you retreat, so I'm gonna take a bet. And it's a success. Good. And here I'm gonna make this one move and this one move. No, this one move. And then I'm gonna use all of this to attack this unit. So that's 4, 8, 12. So that's 4-1. You are also in rough terrain, so that puts down to 3-1. And that's a 3, and that's a retreat for you. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so that's that. So that's nice. And now I only have those 2 units. But I'm not going to do anything again with them. That's a 2-to-1 ratio. I think I know I have 2 chits in the cup for this specific front. So I'm not going to push it more than what I did. I think I did what I needed to do. So I'm happy with that. And that would be the end of my activation. Have a good
Yes,
day, Stuart. Please feel free to come back. We're going to be at it for an hour or something more. So yeah, we'll be around.
we will.
Yes, and the Vesta module is really well put together. It's really cool also to have. It's a newish company. Like they've been in business for a few years. They already do standard production. They already do amazing art, and they're already understood that having Vessel modules for people to play their game is useful. So it's like just a few years in the business, and they already figured out something that Compass still hasn't understand. So it's wild. It's completely wild. And looks like they paid their artists too. Like it's insane. Like it's
they're they're doing everything right.
yes,
So,
which is quite uncanny
yeah,
in this field. So yeah, that was my first special activation. I
yes,
can
now
do only
just
combat with
refresh
that.
your units, and now we draw a chit.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Uh,
do it?
no, you can do it. Oh,
Okay.
put it when you draw it. Put it just next to it. So yeah.
The southwest front.
Okay, southwest front. So that's gonna be over here.
Yes.
So my HQ is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm fine.
You can actually do this and click show area of command.
Oh, nice. Where did you do that? Oh, if I right click on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. Which something that I cannot do in real life though. So
True.
that's yeah. So something that to keep. Yeah, very nice productions. I agree. So this one came with a paper map, which is probably good because if it was a mounted map, I think the box would have been really thick and very heavy. But yeah, I'm gonna show the counters.
Yeah, they do mounted maps for all the one map games and
Yeah, but
paper.
this one is a two mapper. That would be a lot of
But it's
cardboard.
not real paper. It has a really cool plastic linen feel.
Yeah, so you've got those pre-rounded counters, very well made, pretty large. The player aids are. I don't think it's necessary, that feels a bit overproduced. The
No,
thick
yeah,
player
it
aids.
does at first, but then after you played with it for an hour, then all your other player aids in all your other games feel cheap and crappy.
Yeah, and then you have this. So the map is this very nice line-in texture finished, and they are really nice. Yeah, it's a very nice production. So even the paper maps are quite something. Anyway, so I have those guys and I have to figure out what I want to do with them. So here there is the donuts between you and I think that the major river is that halves my attack. Is it rounded up or rounded down?
Rounded down.
Rounded down. Oh, that's mean. So that's going to be 2, 2, 4. Yeah, I'm not attacking this unit. It's not possible. But here I can move and attack this time.
Yeah.
So I have to decide when I activate something. Do I move and attack or attack and move? Oh yeah, if they were like the red strike map, they're water resistant. It looks like Eric, like either he tried it on purpose, Eric, you tried it on purpose, or something happened. But let us know in the comment. But maybe Eric, the first thing that he does when he unboxes a copy is like he dips it in water and say water resistant or not. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to 1807. If I ever get my review copy, it looks like a pretty amazing production. Sound of Drums, I think, is the company. Very excited to see what are the things that they're going to release in the coming years. Okay, so this time I'm going to decide to move and attack, and I'm going to try to find. So here there is a crossing. So yeah, Eric is saying that he had a slight accident with an open window and some rain. Okay, so it wasn't on purpose. Makes
Yeah.
sense. So here there is a crossing. in this area. So if I attack here, I'm not halved, right? No, even if bridged. Oh, that doesn't change. Okay, yeah. And I cannot make pontoons.
Nope.
Can I? But wait, this unit here could go across, right?
No, because you cannot move from
Zuk to Zuk.
Yeah, you can, but you don't have the movement points to it because it costs +2 to exit a sock and +2 to enter a sock.
Oh yeah, so that would be all of my movement points, but my movement points are halved. That would expend all of my MPs to cross that. Okay, so
yeah,
I have
and
to find
for rivers, it's never allowed to move from sock to sock.
So 5, 5. So I could do a 3-1. Okay, so I'm gonna do a move, and I'm gonna move this here. I'm gonna move this here. So that's gonna make 10. So that's gonna be 5, 5, 10 against 3. So that's gonna give me a 3-1 against that hex. Let's see what can be done here. Yeah. Okay. 2, 6, 2 contre 1. Do I believe in this? I'll keep this one in reserve. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with those units and those units and those units again, this one. So here I have 5 attack because it's halved across the river. And I'm going to attack this 3 units. So that gives me a 3-1.
Yes.
Yeah, so 3-1, and it's a 4. 3-1 at 4. This gives you 1 retreat. Good. So I'm crossing the river, which is kind of what I wanted. You said I can move up to 2 hexes? No, only if you retreat 2 hexes.
Yes. No, every time, but only with armor.
Oh, only with armor. Okay, because I was like, then I could just move here, but no.
And I don't think you can do it if it's
across the river. Yeah, and then I'm gonna attack this unit here. So I have 5 and 4. So is it stack is halved, or is it each individual is halved? Oh, that's the same. That would be the same in this case. So that would be 4 attack. 4 attacks. So that's 8-3. So that's a 2-1 ratio. Or is it my whole attack that is halved? Because that might change. So that if it's my whole attack that is halved, that would be a 3-1. If it's individual counters, that would be a 2-1.
You first add them up before halving.
Okay, so then I'm at 3-1. Okay, that's not too bad. So 3-1 here. If everything goes well, we give you a step loss, and I don't think so. No result. Okay, that's kind of sad. 4, 8, 13, 13-3. So that's a 4-1. Wait a minute. 8, 13 divided by 2. That's 6. So that's 2-1 here. I'm gonna try it.
And it's a city.
Oh, it's a city. If it's a city, is it a major city or just a town?
It's just a town. So
it's 1 column shift on the left. So that would put me at 1.5 to 1. It's too risky. Too risky. Yeah, too risky. I'm not doing it. Okay, so here I have 12. I'm gonna try the 2-1 here. This is
Yep.
not a city, right? Yeah, it's
Nope.
not a city. So I am at 12 out, so that's 2-1. And nothing happens. And I guess that's it. That's it
Yes.
for me. Yeah. So that's it for that activation. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, we did it at the same time. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Do you want to draw the next chit?
Will do.
And this one has been. Wait a minute. I'm gonna just. Oh, I'm gonna move this one in executed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes. The varnish front.
Okay. So we go back up. Now we have so many things to do. 2-1. And this time I will move an attack.
Yes.
Pam pam. 8, 12. Okay, so this one is going to move here. This one is going to move here. And this one is going to move here. Okay. So Eric, they could be from both sides, but Brian decided to keep all of his chits in his hand to activate them, to add them when he wishes. So I think he's gonna wait to see what I'm gonna do, and then add them in the chit pool to react to what is the most, what's front is in the most dire situation. That's my expectation.
Exactly. I want to wait to add them before I really need to move them.
Yeah. Bum bum. Not go overthink it. So I'm gonna place this here. And I'm going to place this here. And this one will stay here. This one, so I have a bit of reserve in the back, so that's fine. Interesting. So that's 10 to 5 to 2-1. Okay, I've done my moves, so now I'm gonna attack. Yeah, I think it's cool that you can do that too. I think it's quite interesting. So those two units are gonna attack this one.
Yes.
So that's 9, 13, 19 to 3. So that's 6-1. One call off shift to the left.
Yes.
6, 6. I actually take one step loss and then retreat twice. So I think it kills that unit.
I'm dead. Done. And you get to mount.
I get to move in. That's nice. I really want to hurt that front as much as I can. 4, 8, 12, 18. I'm gonna come back to this later. I'm gonna do the. Oh, wait a minute. I'm overstacked here. I didn't realize that.
So you're cheating.
Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm gonna move it back from where it is, and that's just the way it is. So I'm gonna do a 4, and a 4. So I'm gonna do a 3-1 here and keep this top unit that moved to not attack here. So that's I'm gonna do a 3-1 against this. 3-1, that's a 2. I think nothing happens. Okay.
Very nice.
And then 4, 8, 11 against. Oh, it was a 4-1. Sorry, it was a 4-1.
Oh, then I,
Two. It's one step retreat. Yeah, my bad. So this is gonna move in, and this is gonna move in, and now I have 8, 11, and here it's gonna be a 3-1 this time. And that's a 6, so that's double step retreat.
Mhm.
But you have a path for retreat that is without,
Yes.
which is good. You know what? Good for you. Good, good for you.
Thank
I'm happy for you.
you.
Actually, no, I'm not
And
gonna do that. I'm gonna do
nine.
this, and I'm gonna do that. And now I have to decide if I want to attempt another attack. So you have a defense of 5. I have 5, 5, 5. 14, so that's going to be only 2-1, shifted to 1.5 to 1. That's too much of a risk, so I think I will not do that attack. Do I want to do the other attack? 8, 12, 18, 3-1, 2-2. I'm going to do this one. So yeah, I'm going to try this against this.
Yes.
So that's a 3-1, one column shift to the left because of the terrain. And so that's going to be 2-1. Oh,
Very nice.
take a step plus. Oh, awful. Reduced. And yeah, that's painful, Mike. And no, it's not my first turn. It's the first turn. We are on the third activation. So yeah. Yes, we did get the bloody nose, but it was expected. It's a risk that I was waiting to take. So I guess we can go into the next chit. Do you want to add yours or not yet?
I'm thinking about adding one, but it's I shouldn't do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'll add the fourth Panzer Army.
You're adding the 4. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. So for those who are watching, 4th Panzer Army is where I've started to put some gaps in the front.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, it's coming back.
Tensions are rising at the headquarters as they can literally
Okay.
see the Soviets out the window.
But it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to. You're not necessarily. I have a second one in there. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, Brian is holding his action for now. So he get all of his chits into his hands, and then he can add them up along the way. And yeah, he was waiting to see what I was doing, and we had 2 activations on that front. He knows there is a third one coming, so he added one in the 4th Panzer to hopefully react before my new one is being drawn. Yeah, the system is a classic one, but this one has this small twist where you have this decision making that I think is super interesting.
Yes.
It's very cool. And yeah, we had a small CGT commercial break. Sorry about that. Do you want to draw the next one, Brian? And hopefully it's going to be yours. Oh, does it shuffle?
Very nice.
Yes. Oh, that's bad. Wait a minute. We need to clean the moves. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Chitput is cool. I think it's cool. Yeah. And in this system, it works really, really well. And for and for the people out there who are always asking for solo modes, well, I think the cheat pool makes it very solo friendly. So if you don't have any friends,
It's a blast playing solo.
yeah, if you don't have any friends, you can just do this, not take a shower, and play on your own, like you like to do.
And I know I've done it. It
You've
works.
done it, yeah, in the past, yeah. But you can
Complete.
also play with other humans, which is yeah.
I will move. What? What do I actually want to do?
I think so. I would accept unconditional surrender at this stage, Brian.
It's too soon. I think
It's too soon.
he'll move back.
Loser. I don't think that your boy Adolf wants you to orderly retreat. You should do a massive counterattack.
Yes, but I'm coming to that.
Well, there is a ripe target for it.
So he'll move here. One,
Yeah.
2, 3, and up there. And actually,
And I guess the headquarter doesn't count for stacking limits, right?
Correct. And then move him 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And guess I could do this.
That's not really nice for those guys from the 8th Army that you just say, "Oh, you can come in their back." That's fine. like this guy from the 168th is like, guys, what's up? What's up right now?
It's like, and then they come back.
Well, you know, your position right now is very important. You should definitely stay there. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. You're absolutely not gonna get slaughtered. Good.
I'm attacking these guys.
Yeah, big surprise. So I have a defense of 5. You have an attack of 24.
Yes.
So 5 to 24 is 4 to 1. I'm in rough.
Yes.
So that goes down to 3 to 1. And you roll the 1. Oh god, those Nazis! The Nazis suck. Like, they really suck.
Something to learn from that.
Something to reflect about the unpredictability of war.
Yeah. Yep. But that's it for the Panzer Army.
Do you want to draw another one?
Yes. The supply chit.
Supply chit. Okay, so what happens in the supply chit phase?
Each of units, if they're in supply or not.
I think at this stage it should be fine.
It's pretty fine.
Yeah. So those are, I guess, they have supply sources for me, and you have supply sources for you.
You have one guy here who's out of supply.
Which one?
This guy.
Is it in the south, or I don't see it?
The southwest front.
Southwest front. Oh, this guy is out of supply. Yeah, because of the. Oh, you can trace Zox across major rivers?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so out of supply for now means that my attack strength is going to be halved. But
two, but
yeah, and then if I get isolated, my movement is also halved.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's it.
Good. Wait, what the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is he? I didn't move him here, right?
No, he
started here like a moron. Okay. Okay, so supply is done. And yeah, okay. Next chit. Oh, Brian, we cannot hear you anymore.
Cannot?
Now we can. I don't know what you've done, but for a while we couldn't hear you. So Soviet reinforcement means that I can use this
on the microphone like an idiot.
Okay, you don't do that. So that means that this first batch of reinforcement comes in.
Yes.
Where do they come in from?
They come in via the railroad. So you just rail them in from your supply sources.
Okay. And do they do a rail move, or do they do a normal move?
Rail move.
Rail move, so they can come from any hex that is without a hex zone of control to any hex that is not a hex zone of control.
Yes.
Okay. Along rail.
Yeah.
Interesting. The thing that I'm wondering is, can I assign? They don't have to come through the same, like just come through different railways, right? I don't.
No restrictions.
No restrictions. I like that. This is what I like. Okay, so this one is gonna come through here, and he can only move along rails, right?
Yes.
So he's gonna do choo choo and stay here. The 21st Guard is also gonna do choo choo and come here. I think that's gonna be it for that front, I guess. And I guess they do, Eric, that friendly units negate EZOC for supply, right?
They do.
Yeah, because if not, you would have a few units in the south that would have been out of supply.
Yes.
I'm gonna strengthen the southwestern front also because I think I have great things to achieve there. Um, so he's gonna come here. I'm gonna make the train noise just for immersion purposes.
Works.
Choo choo. So they go here and here. So that's what they do. I just really want to play an 18xx game now. Brian is shocked. How dare you say this to my
Yes.
face? Fair enough. Go. This one is gonna go here. This one is gonna go here, and this one is gonna go here. Is there another part of the front that I want to reinforce in the southwest? I think I should commit to specific fronts and punch hard. So I'm gonna move here and I'm gonna move here. Just gonna provide a unit to the steppe front because I feel like it's a bit of a weak front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I would be in command if I'm here. And those reinforcement units can be activated by any HQ then?
Yes, all units can.
Okay. All units can, yeah.
Yeah, the color codings are just for setup.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice, actually. In that case, I'm going to place this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's too far. Where I'm going to put this one? I guess if I put it here, I can activate by either of those two fronts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I cannot. Okay, I'm going to put it here. This is what I do. I'm happy with that.
Yes.
Cool.
I will add the chit for the first Panzer Army to the.
Okay, and first Panzer is in the south, right?
Yes.
Where are those guys? Oh yeah, that's here. Yeah.
Yes, and I'll draw the next if you're done.
Yeah. I think it's not shuffling. Yeah. Try again. Like if you say return shit, does it shuffle when we do this? No. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't. So that's maybe something for the vassal designer. It might be also random. Maybe we were extremely unlucky, but it looks like the cheat pool is not shuffling. So that's something
that helps me a lot. Gives me a lot of control over proceedings.
So the thing is that it's not fully. So the thing it's not fully predictable in the sense that first of all I have to put that shit inside. So if I don't commit to, so I have that decision that if I don't, it's the player's decision to say, okay, I have this that is potentially here, but if I don't commit to having this shit into my cheat pool, I'm not going to have them. The other thing is that if I do commit to have it, I don't know when they are going to come, and that's also the other thing. So there is that. I think there could be a bit of variability on how many counters you get. That could be also fun, and that we'll know. But it's still one player decision. So you have, the first thing is that as a player, you have to make a decision for reinforcement, and that means one less activation. So there is a big opportunity cost of doing it. And then you have the randomness of when it's going to come. And I guess it's probably not unreasonable to know that, like, probably the commandment knew what was potentially available at certain moments in time. So I don't know if that's necessarily, I don't know what you think about this, Brian.
I agree with you. The commanders would definitely know
Yeah.
what were potentially coming. if they were being sent.
Yeah, and the timing was unpredictable.
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, it kind of makes sense,
Yes.
especially as a turn is a full month.
Yeah.
So basically, you don't know if they are coming the first week of the months, the second week of the months, or something like this. So
Yeah.
you have to do with what you have. Yeah.
Agree.
Okay. So first Panzer, go for it. Even if you're kind of cheating on this one, but yeah.
Yeah. That's how I play. Kind of cheating. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, this is too risky. Yeah, not what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm supposed to send units north to help that front.
It's gonna be fine. This front is gonna be fine. For now, the line is really holding. I think it's okay.
Actually, this guy, I'm gonna move him in here instead.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So I will attack these guys. Yeah, this guy will move here because no need to make myself out of supply.
Yeah, I was like, this was what I would thought was interesting. It's like, that's maybe not necessary. That's a risk that is not necessary.
Yes.
Okay,
So
so you have 11,
1, 3.
14, and 923 against 10.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
it's
2 to 1.
not really impressive.
No.
But 50-50 shot, and I make it.
Yes, I have to retreat.
Yes, into a sock. So
Do I have? Oh yeah. So and both of them are reduced.
yes.
So this one goes here. This one goes here. And I reduce this, and I reduce this. Okie dokie.
And I advance. Yes, that's it.
That's it.
First
Well,
panorama.
it wasn't impressive, but it did work. So that's nice.
And I'll draw the next jet. The wargame.
Oh yes, yes. So this is the front that I wanted. Excellent. Very, very good. I'm gonna move an attack. So if you haven't watched earlier, this system is slightly different from the other cheat pools in by Nakamura, in the sense that you each activation you decide if you want to attack and move, or move and attack. And I'm gonna keep move and attack because it makes more sense right now. So this is gonna come here. This is gonna come here. This is gonna come down. This is gonna come down. Yeah, everything will come down. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move in rough terrain. How much does it cost? It costs 1. Okay, that's fine. So it's pretty simple. Interesting. Actually, I'm going to keep this here, and I'm going to move this here instead.
Differently.
Hmm?
I should have moved differently. These two guys should have been stacked. That would have been the better choice.
Yeah, now it's going to be painful for them.
Yeah.
They're going to have a bad time.
Yes.
I can tell you that. Tac. Yeah, I'm gonna make a small. Hopefully, I'm gonna make a small pocket. Yeah. Okay. Then I have those four here. Actually, I think I'm gonna move my headquarter because it doesn't need to be that close, and I want to get myself a bit more range. It doesn't
Yes.
count for stacking limit, right?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm going to put it right here because then it does 1, 2, 3, 4. But it was at the beginning of the activation, right? So I cannot.
No, the range is determined from the starting location.
Yeah, okay. So that doesn't change the fact that I would activate this, but in the future, that would give me more options. 4, 5, 6. Yes, that would be perfect. In that case, I'm just going to move this here so it's prepared. This is going to move here. And yeah, basically have some things. This is going to move back because it's useless now. This is going to move in. And I think this is going to move in. Okay, so those are my moves. No, this is going to move in here. Minor river. Yeah, attack house. Okay. And if I occupy a hex with your headquarter,
I need to move it away, relocate, and then you get victory points.
Good. The first that I'm gonna attack is I'm gonna attack this.
Yeah, kind of suspected it.
And I'm gonna do a 10 to. So I'm gonna do a 5 to 1 that goes down to 4 to 1.
Yes.
I'm attacking with those 2 units here.
And you roll 1? No.
4. 4. That's double retreat. I think I can probably take the risk of moving both. Do I want to though? No, probably not. Good. 11, 3 to 1, 2 to 1. 10, 3 to 1, 2 to 1. It's hard.
It is.
This game is hard. Yeah, I wanted to do more, but I don't think it's realistic. I think it's a bit too ambitious. I wanted to attack both this and this, but it's going to be 2 to 1's attack.
That is risky.
Yeah, and we've seen that what happened when I did that. Whereas I could attack all of with everything here, and that would be 11, 16, 21. That would be a 7 to 1 down to a 6 to 1, which is probably for the best. So I'm gonna attack this one at 6 to 1.
Yes.
And it's good. It's good. 6 to 1, 2 gives you 2 steps of retreat, and that I kill this unit because it goes into 2 zones of control. So this one is going to move here, and this one is going to move here. There is no exploitation in this game, right?
No what?
No exploitation. Like I cannot keep on attacking with my armored units.
Nope.
That's very sad. That's. I'm gonna attack this unit with everything I've got. 11, 15, 21, 25, 29. 29, so that's. Actually, I'm going to do 25. 20, yeah, 20, 25 is enough. I'm going to do 25. So that's 4 to 1.
Yes.
But, oh no, 25 is 5 to 1 because you are defending at 5. So that's.
Yeah, that becomes a 4 to 1.
That becomes a 4 to 1. 4 to 1, 1, nothing happens.
Very nice.
And then I have a 4 8, 12, 15. So I'm going to do a 3-1 here.
Yes.
3-1, 3, and you retreat.
No problem.
I'm not going to move in. I'm not going to move in. Not going to move in. And then I have one that is left here. 3, 7, 11. And I'm going to do a 3-1 here.
Yes.
Nothing happens. Okay. And I think that's going to be my whole activation.
Yes. That went pretty well.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay for you.
Yes.
Yeah, the main thing I wanted to do didn't happen, so yeah.
The next chit is the step front.
Okay, well, that's fine. Let me activate this. Yes. Am I still halved if some of the units are not attacking from a hex side? A hex side that has a major river. So, for example, if I attack with
the river are always out.
them and them, but this one is not across the river and this one is.
Yes.
So only this one would be halved?
Yes.
Okay, so I would have 11, 13. So that would be 4-1 down to 3-1. I think that's good. Do I want to move first? I probably want to move first. Yeah, I want to move first. Tac, tac, tac. So I feel like 5, 9, 9, 5, 9. Est-ce que je suis tentable? 9, 9, 4. And if I move along roads, is it my movement is halved?
But you cannot enter a sock at any point.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't work. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Du coup, attends, 8. 9, 13. Non, 14, 18, 9, 3 contre 1. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Okay, that's that. That's that.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna do. I've done my moves. Now that I
headquarters as well.
Hmm?
You want to move your headquarters?
Yeah, I want to move my headquarters, but I wanted to move all of my units first before moving the headquarters, just so I see what units I can move and activate. And then I think I'm gonna move my headquarters. 1, 2, 3. If I move him here, actually here, that gives me a way better range. So this is where I'm gonna move.
Yes.
Good. And now I'm gonna deactivate this to not confuse me. I'm gonna attack this and this against this.
Yep.
So they are at 11, and they are gonna be halved. And so the two of them are going to come, so that's going to be 4, so that's going to be 15 to 3, so that's going to be 5 to 1, down to a 4 to 1.
Yes.
And that's a 4, and that's 2 retreats.
So you can retreat here and take a step
The
loss,
plus.
and then go here.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to move this one in, and then this armor unit could move twice.
Yes. And he wants to do that, I think.
Yes, he does, but that's a bit of a risk.
It is.
I think I need to do it. That puts me just behind you. I think it's too good not to do. Yeah. And then I have 8 for. Yeah, so that's gonna be I cannot do that attack.
No, and I'm in a city.
Yeah, there is a city and everything. It's completely impossible. But what I will do is I will do this attack. So I have 9, 18.
Yes.
So that's 9 to 9. So that's a 3 to 1. And you're not in rough. Yeah, good. So 3 to 1. Yes. 2 steps. Good. Well, he's going to move in. And he's going to move in. Good. And that's my activation for the step.
Yes.
I'm going to clean this.
And the next chit.
Oh, would be the last?
No, because I'm adding my 8th army afterwards.
After that. Oh, so you're going to do your own activations. That's nice. Yeah, so that's going to be the South Front, which I didn't think at all about.
Nobody does.
Nobody does think about the South Front. Wait a minute. Okay, so this... Yeah, all of my units are in supply, but barely. Those two are in a dire situation here.
Yeah. Not that dire, though.
Yeah, not that dire, but yeah, the units in front of them are really shit. What's that? What's so bad? The 6th army is really bad. Okay, so I can activate quite a few things. Is there one attack that I can do? Yeah, there is definitely this.
Yes. One of the few places where I'm not behind the river.
You're not behind a river? Well, they're not behind a river here, but I don't really have the right command and control to attack here yet. So what I think I'm going to do is... And you're not behind a river here either.
True.
So I think those 2 hexes is definitely 2 hexes that I want to attack. So I have a 3 here. I'm at 3 to 1. I can move up to 4 to 1. You're not in rough. Here you're in rough though. 10, 14. I think I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to move my headquarters here.
Yes.
Then I'm going to do an attack here. So 4, 8, 13. 13. Yeah, that's going to be a 4 to 1 here.
Yep. One. Yes.
For fuck's sake. And then I have everything else. So 9, 12, 17 against this. So that's 5 to 1. But you're in rough, so that goes to 4 to 1. And that's a 3, and that's 1 step retreat.
No problem.
Do I want to move in there? That doesn't sound like a great idea. You can attack with... Oh, and you have those... Oh, yeah. No, not moving in there. I didn't see those panzers in the south. That's not what I want. I don't want this for myself. Okay, but that's it for me. I'm not going to do any more moves. I think moving the headquarters was what was important for me because it gives me options in the future. Good.
Yes, so he's done.
Yeah. And then you activate your 8th army, I guess?
The 6th.
6. Oh yeah,
No,
makes
it was
sense.
eight
Eighth,
army.
yeah, no, it was the eighth. I
Army
thought you said the eighth.
ago.
Yeah.
So they are in a bit of a pickle.
Yes, it's a very sour pickle that they're in.
It's extremely sour pickle. Lots of guys didn't even show up at the latest meeting
Yeah.
to discuss
Yes. Yes, yes. It's like, wait a minute, there is a massive pickle on our face. Yeah. And you can only activate units of your army. You don't have the same
Nope.
flexibility.
And I can activate
Any army.
Yeah.
Yeah, any units. Okay.
Yeah. But not the Soviet army, of course.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird.
Yeah. Guess I could kill that guy. I'm not sure it's wise, but I could do it.
Yes, yeah, they do make beautiful game. I think this one is very, very cool.
Here. And go here. And go here. And
Oh, so you're going for it.
Yeah.
You're going for it. So 10, 12, 15 to 4. So that's 3 to 1, 2 to 1. Okay.
Yeah, but I should boost it a bit.
No, wait a minute. You can do more than that. 10, 12. Oh, no, it's 14. No, it's 14. Yeah.
Yeah. But I could boost it, but it comes.
And you want to keep that unit. Or you don't want to. I'm not saying anything. Sorry. It's always hard to find out how greedy you're supposed to be. Yeah, Morris profile pic is really slaps. It's really, really cool. On YouTube, he's so hot. Not in real life though, but on YouTube, so hot.
That's where it counts.
Yeah, yeah. Well, more people are going to see him on YouTube than in real life, so it's probably a good investment to look so hot on YouTube. So what are you going to do? Is this it?
Now I'm feeling insecure because you said that. Should I?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But it is risky.
Going big. Oh, wow. I didn't expect that.
No, me neither, actually.
Yeah, I think no one did.
No. Surprised at myself.
Yes. Interesting.
And maybe he will go here. He will.
Oh my god, this is uncanny. I didn't expect you to do any of this.
I find that I'm way more aggressive when I play on Vessel than in real life.
Yeah, because you don't feel the weight of those counters that are gonna die. Like they are just virtual.
True.
Yeah.
And I can see the looks of disbelief on my opponent's face.
Okay, so that's 16, 17, 19, 21, 24, 27. 27 to 4. So that's 8 to 1.
Yes. And then 1 down.
7 to 1.
And a 5, you're dead.
Yeah, I'm super dead. Yeah, it's 2-step loss.
Yes.
Killed in action. Should be in my killed in action box. Yeah, the Deadpool. Oh yeah, Stalin is not going to be happy about that.
He will not be. Should I go into the hex?
I hope he'll understand.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's okay. That's it.
Okie dokie. Great.
That's it for the first turn.
So that's it for the first turn. We're at 1 hour and a half almost. So I guess we are gonna stop here for now. But I'm gonna save this game because I think the two of us are probably gonna play it again because we have to catch up on a few things. So let me make a save for this one. Save game as, and I'm gonna remove this because people don't need to know what's the on my. Here I'm gonna say it's Traces of War, Brian, turn 2. I'm gonna save. So I'm gonna bring back this on stream because I think there is something that I think is kind of risky that you did. I took a risk with that unit and you destroyed it. That's really cool. But the thing that I'm thinking is that now I can cross here.
Yes.
And this unit is still completely. Oh
Yeah,
no, it does. It does have a path of retreat here, but
yeah,
then this
it'll
one
take.
can also. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There is a kind of a big opening, and I was thinking, I was thinking that you might retreat this one, but yeah. Then again, it's on a city, so
Original
maybe.
plan, actually.
Hmm?
But then I decided to attack.
Yeah, it was a bold move, so that's why I didn't expect this. This I actually kind of expected.
Yeah.
Because I thought, well, you have Zox here, you have Zox here, so you can afford that. Actually, I was even thinking that maybe this one would be here or something like this. But then again, it does cover here. I don't know,
Yeah.
but there is a river here, so I thought it might maybe not didn't need to be that close to that. But I was expecting this, but I wasn't expecting you. I took the bet because I thought you're probably gonna push back. But yeah, I stuck my nose a bit too far. That's true. But then again, I need to. Honestly, I think I need to take those risks and see if I'm gonna worry the German enough for them to retreat, which they should be,
Yeah.
but also exposing myself at the same time. But yeah, what I wanted to I wanted to motivate Brian to do an orderly retreat more than a counterattack. And I think if we had played like the IRL, like physically, I'm pretty sure you would have moved away. But it's true that on Vassal, you're usually super aggressive.
People are more aggressive online, and that goes for me too.
Yeah. Fred exposes himself live. Woo! I'm gonna have the OnlyFans account soon, so yeah, you can have that. Great. No, but this is. I must say I love the system.
It's super fun.
It's a fun system. And yeah, it's really good. It's a very fun system, and I really like the small changes that are in this one. There are some discussions online around the balance of it, saying that the short scenario is almost unwinnable for the Soviets, and the long scenario is almost unwinnable for the Germans. I don't know if you had thoughts about this, Brian.
I think I agree on the short scenario, but I think I'm not sure if it's just because you're supposed to get the victory points for killing units in the short scenario and
Yeah,
not only the long scenario, because you can, as the Germans, you can just make a screen of cannon fodder and just let them all die because
yeah.
it's only get victory points for getting across the river.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So, and that's, yeah, if you don't care about losses because you're only playing 4 turns, then you can just sacrifice your entire army
yeah,
and stop the Soviets. For the long game, I'm still undecided. My experience is that the Soviets are winning it, but I think that's maybe just more of an issue of lack of experience with the Germans.
yeah,
And I seem to remember a lot of talk in the same vein when
yeah. At the early days of Victory Lost,
yes,
yeah,
and I think we will see some of the same mechanisms here.
yeah. So you think that player with more experience would get to better play the Germans?
Yes,
Yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Until you get to that experience level, it's pretty easy to boost the Germans by increasing the number of reinforcements, or yeah,
Yeah, and I
or
guess
give.
that's the thing that you can do, or you can give them a small advantage in terms of victory points at the beginning.
There
You
is
can
a
definitely
bidding
do that.
mechanism in the game,
Yeah.
so it should be easy.
Well, usually what I would say is that if there is a bidding mechanism in the game, it feels like the designer didn't solve the balance issue. Like it's like,
Well, he knows
well,
there are issues in the beginning because one side has a steeper learning curve than the other.
yeah, fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, happy to keep on doing this, playing this one. But yeah, I think it's really cool. So you're gonna be back for 1812.
Yes,
I
really looking
think.
forward.
Yeah, let me know when the Vassal module is done, so
Yes,
then we can have you on. Pretty excited about this one, and also it would be an opportunity for us to discuss about a few things
yes,
regarding card-driven games and all that. And the other thing that I want
18
to
shots.
talk about is 1870.
Yes,
So we'll see when Chakos is gonna make the announcement for the. I think I don't know if it's a game fund or a Kickstarter, but for the financing campaign, and I think it would be good for us to do it probably the day of the launch of the campaign.
yes,
I think that could be nice. But that being said, I've heard the plea for all of you on Discord. Yes, we're gonna make a demo
yes,
of the game on, but just on Discord for the playtesters. We're gonna organize that. The thing is that next week I'm at AirCon, and actually, if you are going to AirCon, we're gonna make some with Joe, Luke, the young Joe, and Peter Evans. We're gonna do some war game teaching. Like people are gonna come, we're gonna teach them the game and facilitate the game and everything. So we're gonna do that, but that's gonna take quite some time. But after that week, I think we can definitely do a quick demo on Discord for people to start playtesting. I also need to review the French version of it that Denis sent me, so I think it's okay. And I did my first game of 1815 actually, because I had never played it. I played 1806 quite a lot,
yes.
1807 a bit that I liked a bit less, and I played my first game of 1815. And we played two against one, so I was playing Napoleon and I was playing against Blucher and Wellington. I think it was funny that they couldn't speak because it was unless they played the aide de camp card, which was really fun. And I really liked 1815. I don't know what you thought about it in this series.
I only played it once, and I was not as excited about it as the other games.
Oh,
But then
why
again,
not?
I don't really care about the 1815 campaign.
It's not the most well. I think the campaign is more interesting than the battle. That's the thing. I think that
Yeah,
the
but only because the battles are super sucky.
yeah, the battles suck. It's true, but I think the campaign is quite interesting because you still have this thing about, oh, I'm going to push one on one side and one on the other. You have this whole thing around uh, fighting a dis aligned enemy, like in a way, which I think is quite interesting, especially if you play 2-1. I don't know
Yeah,
if you played one
I
to
would
one.
like to try to play two on one.
Yeah, I think 2-1 is really good because I feel it represents this a bit better. You always have this problem with the Napoleon game that a unit can go really far deep into enemy territory and get a. But I think it's an abstraction that I'm fine with. Like I don't really care, and both sides can do it, and I think it makes for a bit more bluffing. But yeah, but no, I enjoyed it, and I would recommend playing it two against one. I think it makes it more historical
Yeah,
in a way. But yeah, we'll show Napoleon 1870. It is definitely a train game, Joe. Well, there are trains in it actually, so yes, it is a train game. In
yeah.
a lot of ways, it is a train game.
The most trains game of the series.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's the only game in the series that will have supply and trains. So
Yes.
and without rules overhead, everything is managed through the deck. So that's cool. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's a big time difference, Sam. And yeah, it was. And you know what? Actually, Sam, something for you. I don't think you've ever played a hex encounter game before, and in your journey into discovering those games. I don't think you've explored hex encounters, and I think this one would be a good one, Traces of War. It is not the topic that you're usually interested in, I think, because it's really far from your like point of interest, like medieval stuff and stuff like this, because it's World War II East Front. But it is a very good entry point into, say, operational hex encounter. It's a very nice system, and coming from someone who's not a big fan of operational hex encounter.
But
So
if he's a fan of medieval games and wants to try a hex encounter game, maybe
no,
the Men of
no,
Iron series
no,
could.
no,
So,
no, 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 no.
okay, my bad, my bad.
No, that's a mistake, and it's not the same scale. It doesn't make any. What you say doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make no. Because I think that Sam would like more operational games because he really likes the Levian campaign series. So I don't think that Men of Iron as a scale
No,
might
no,
interest him
it's
as much.
that's an operational game. It's very bad because it's not an operational game.
Yeah. Oh, but you're getting into World War II, so well, that would be perfect. I
Yeah.
think it's a really good entry point. Of course, we could also play an earlier entry in the series, like the very cult Victory Lost, but I think this one is a bit more modern looking, has a few twists that makes it a bit more exciting. So this one, yeah, we could definitely have a game of this. And yeah, Mike, as we said, we're going to cover a Fateful March really soon, as the Vassal module is ready from VUCA. One thing
Yes.
that I want to say that I forgot to say, that I should say at the beginning of the stream, and I'm really sorry about this, but that this stream, for this stream, so I had a box of Traces of War, and this was provided by the publisher. So I don't get money from the publisher, but they did provide a review copy. So that's that. So something that you should know
How about
about.
to buy our own game?
And you bought your game, so that's the thing. So yeah, actually, what Brian was saying was completely honest, because we actually bought the game, or maybe he
Yeah,
was less honest because he has to convince himself that his acquisition was justified, whereas I don't care. Like I
no,
can
I don't feel that need anymore. I just buy
yes,
games.
yes, good. But yeah, we can definitely play it in the future, Sam. And it can be played in small bite, like in bite size. Like we can do 1 hour, do a turn, then play another
Yeah,
week and do
yeah.
yeah.
Actually, Trace of War is perfect for Vassal because you
It's
can
good
play
async.
and
Yeah,
you can
you
play,
don't.
or for solo game you can play, have it set up and play a little, and then yeah, do stuff in real life and then come back.
Yeah, we could
It's
even play asynchronously. Once I would have done my move and I can let the board on the side, we could actually play asynchronously, not on Vassal, but on a physical game where you
yes,
take a picture and say, this is what happened. Just one of us will have to manage the cheat pool.
yeah.
But this is definitely something that we can do. So yeah. But yeah, cool. It was great to have you, Brian. It's nice to finally have you back. It took it some time before we did something virtual, but now that, so how comfortable do you feel?
Better,
Better,
better.
because
Yeah.
the thing that is that I wanted for the two of us to redo something that we haven't done in that we have done a while ago, and that so a lot of people have been asking for us to redo, which was our top 5 video to get into war games.
Yes.
So not necessarily introductory war games, but 5 games to actually start your journey into wargaming. And I
Yes.
think we could probably redo that in a different format, something that we think about. But I wanted to redo it with you because that was the original one, and I thought it would be
Be happy
uh,
to.
it would be great. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Rodney plays like this. He plays the con games exactly like this. So we could do that
Yes.
for this one, for example. You just need to have a room with a two mapper that you can leave on the side. The two
More,
mapper is
more
actually.
one
Hmm?
and a half.
Yeah, 1.5 mapper. So you need a bit of a bit of time for this, but of space for this. But we could definitely do this. And once I will have once I will have moved some, we can start playing some coin games the same way. So I will reach out to Rodney because I would be happy to actually play that way with him. But I will see it. I will see him at Aircon next week, so we'll probably have a chat. But I think it could be really fun uh, to have a small series of a game that we could have with you, Rodney, myself, and maybe invite Joe if he's up for it and can have a game set up on the side. But Joe can play con games in his head anyway, so that's fine. And we could do this. It could be a fun series to have this asynchronous physical game going forward. And Eric is mentioning the fact that there is the Conflict of Heroes box on Brian on your shelves, and actually that's the system that I never showed on the show. I think it's one of not my favorite, but one of my favorite tactical system. and I think it's something that we should definitely play. I really love the latest version of it, like the latest version with the new activation system
Yeah,
and the
amazing.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you are interested in this, add this in the comments, like the video, subscribe, and tell me that you want me to play this with Brian, and I will surely do it. So yeah, we can do this. And Joe is actually playing 22 coin games simultaneously in his head right now. So that's that. So he could take part in the game without even setting it up. And yeah, and Sam is the same with Root. And by the way, I think we should have soon a game of we scheduled it, right? A game of Roots, the four of us, Joe, Liz, Sam, and myself. Did we schedule it? I cannot remember. Yes, on the 21st. On the 21st of March, we're going to have a game of Root. So if you want to see that, which I think Root is completely a historical war game in a way, if you look at it in a specific way. So I think that's that. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks again, Brian, for being
You?
here for this Pyjama stream. I thought that the Pyjama stream would be a good way to get you in, and I
Yes.
think that's nice. And so expect to see Brian coming back on the channel quite a bit. So Fateful March, um, Baltic Empires, and 1870. But I think we'll wait to see when the company is going to be announced for Napoleon 1870, and I guess now we know that we can start thinking about recording our top 5 games or top 10 games to get into war games, or just a general intro video about how to get into war games. I've been asked also a lot to do things about how to play Vassal and how to play TTS and all this. So that could be actually maybe a small series, something to think
Yeah.
about.
We can do a video on how not to get into wargaming based on
Yes, exactly.
experiences of
Yeah,
starting.
exactly. Why not? Yeah, top 5 reason why not to get into war games is actually something that we could definitely do. And yeah, and that we could make fun of quite a few people. So I think anyway, it was great having you here for everyone that was either waking up early or being late to bed very, very late. Thanks for being around. Have a great day and see you guys soon. Yes, stirring up trouble. Not yet, Mike, but soon. I'm always stirring up trouble. So that's the thing. See you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.